goggles. So here we are at the final stage of preparing the icon board, which is to sand the board down to make as smooth a surface as we want. Say typically you would have it almost like marble, polished marble. I'm not going to go that low, just I like the texture. A little bit of brush strokes or some scratches. I just like that. So I'd like to first go over just the basic safety equipment that you would need. One is not wearing extremely loose clothing that might kind of get tangled in any equipment. I'm going to be sanding this board, so there's going to be the chalk dust, so I don't want to be breathing that or get that into my eyes. So I just have a pair of safety goggles here. These do fit very close to the face. If I probably wanted to, probably better would be to get the kind of full goggles that do come right into the face. Because I'll be using an orbital sander here. Makes a lot of noise, so I'll use this for ear protection. We're in a pretty good ventilated workshop. There's a huge door open behind the camera there. But I will wear a respirator because I'll probably be doing this. If I were to do all the boards that I've made, it would probably take me most of a day. But I think it'll take about a half hour to do one board. And so the process, what we'll do is to start off with this orbital sander with just very coarse sandpaper. This is 80 grit. And then I'll go down to a 120 grit. And then eventually down to 240. And for my purposes, I think that's good enough. And but some people like to go down 500, 1,000, even 2,000 grit sandpaper just to get a really smooth surface. I also kind of make sure all the cords are off to my side so I'm not tripping over anything, that the surface area is fairly clean, that not getting in my way of things. So I have the goggles on. I'll put this funny respirator on. I won't be able to talk to you once I put it on because you'll see. Because then when I try to talk, you can't really hear me. Headphones. Not sure why that's not sticking. So the last time I was doing this, I also had some problems with the adhesive here, this sticking to the belt sander. So I just used a different. Have to use a little more pressure to keep that on there. It's not ideal, but sometimes you have to improvise. So that would just be the process there for the next just few minutes. Really depends just how refined I wanted to get this board. I can see that I was taking out some rough edges, basically just trying to get a pretty uniform surface. But yeah, so I would continue doing this with the 80 grit until I got to what looked like was close to what I would want, even as the final product. But then I would come in just a little bit more with the 120 and the 240. And so I'm guessing, just by looking at how that worked, this would probably take me about a half hour to do this board. And with all the other boards that I was doing at the same time, probably would be pretty much an entire afternoon, 4 or 5 hours to do all of these boards. And then, theoretically, they'll be ready to start painting icons on.